I don't do this to say I told you so. Many of us told you so. But, I mean, the clues were all there. We are getting, officially, unofficially, thanks to John Mayer, a Paul Reed Smith Silver Sky SE maple neck model, as well as likely some new colors. We found this out because if you're paying attention, John Mayer has embarked on this pretty amazing solo acoustic, mostly arena tour. And he actually kind of snuck one of these maple neck Silver Sky SEs in for the portion of the show that he actually plays on electric guitar, which is pretty limited on this tour. Every night he's doing the song Changing on piano, looping the piano, and then playing an incredible solo on the outro of that song. Occasionally you'll see him bring the Silver Sky out for All I Want Is to Be With You, but that's at the seated portion of the stage. But the screaming, blazing guitar solos that we're used to really only coming on the song Changing through this tour. And it's been the Moxan Silver Sky core model up until very recently, where he snuck in this yet to be released, yet to be acknowledged by Paul Reed Smith, the company version of the Silver Sky SE with a maple neck. Very cool. We thought this was coming though, because Paul Reed Smith months ago, they had some, I wouldn't call them leaks, but in their own media presentations on YouTube and Instagram, showed two things. They showed people in the factory, the Cortec factory, looking at a maple neck for a Silver Sky. It was very clearly a Silver Sky SE maple neck. And also we saw, as I posted on this channel, a black body of a Silver Sky. Now, we know that originally Onyx, which is a color, black, was available on the initial run of the Silver Sky. It was discontinued. So things started, we saw this in a rack of Silver Sky bodies, though, painted with other readily available colors. There was one that was painted black. And everyone started to wonder, I myself included, what's going on here? They're bringing black back. Is this going to be something new? Is it a one-off for somebody? We've seen award shows with other guitarists who have a one-off special Silver Sky. So we didn't really know. And we know now, though, at least on the maple neck. There have been some other things posted around on the internet. I'm not going to share here because I don't know really the validity, and I have a good relationship with the company. So if it's something that got out that wasn't supposed to get out, I'm not interested in being part of that. But there were some SE colors that people were saying were probably going to come. So you can do your own research if you want on that. But we don't really know about the colors, but Mayer did show us kind of a new color. It's tough to tell what it is, like a teal-ish color. But the main thing here is that's an SE with a maple neck. Now, for those of you who are guitar players, the main differences between a Rosewood bolt-on neck and a maple bolt-on neck on a Strat or Silver Sky. Everyone has their preferences. A lot of people have both. There's been some interesting debate over the sound. I mean, I think the main thing for me is obviously the look, but then the feel. There's a difference in feel. And as far as the neck goes on the Silver Sky SE that exists now with the Rosewood fingerboard, it's a satin finish. The neck that is available on whether it's maple or Rosewood on the Silver Sky core model is a lacquered finish. Very comfortable, very quick feeling, very nice feeling, not too sticky or kind of weird like sometimes lacquered necks can be. But I'm interested to see what the SE Silver Sky ends up being like, because it's probably going to be a satin neck still. So it's a satin maple finished neck. If you look at a lot of the Squire Classic Vibe series guitars and basses with a maple fretboard, it is lacquered. So it's a cheaper lacquer on those. Provides a different look, but it's probably not going to be that on the SE. I'm interested to see what the feel is like. Obviously, Mayer's heavily involved on both models, SE and the core. So whatever it is going to be well thought out. And they're always balancing cost versus what ideally the artist or the company would want on the guitar. And there's, of course, places where corners are going to be cut. But I think Paul Reed Smith does a pretty good job of maintaining the original heart of the core model when they produce an SE. And in fact, a lot of their SE guitars over the last 5 years that they've released have been really, really good. You can check out some of the reviews I've done here on my channel on the McCarty 594 or the Hollow Body 2 or the Silver Sky SE. You've seen a lot of people talking about the DGT SE. These are great guitars. A lot of them, most of them are sub $1,000. Not made in America, but have that Paul Reed Smith vibe, and they're really, really, really good compared to a lot of the SE models that I played back in the day in stores where I just wasn't very impressed. It's not a fair thing in a store either, because usually they're pretty beaten up and played through, not set up really well. But so that's it. We're getting the Maple Neck SE. Now, they being Paul Reed Smith, they're not going to be at NAMM again this year. At least they are not listed anywhere on the show floor map or the schedule of exhibitors. Now, this is not anything shocking. They were not at the 2022 NAMM. So the same as with Fender and Gibson, who are not exhibiting at the show either. They kind of go off on their own, and they're going to just announce this whenever they announce it. Now, this was not part of the recent product launch that saw the SE 594 single cut, double cut. There's the DGT SE we talked about. I was expecting a Silver Sky SE component to that as well, but my suspicion is that the reason why they didn't do that is the Silver Sky has become a thing of its own. It's got John Mayer attached to it. It's got people like me and presumably you, who love the guitar in general, love the Silver Sky in general, love John Mayer in general, and I think it warrants its own release. That's my opinion. I think that's why they're doing this. I'm not sure when we're going to see it. It's no accident that Mayer pulled it out on this tour. He hasn't said anything about it, but he absolutely wanted you to see it. I mean, obviously there's an arena of 20,000 people who saw it. But then there was also an Instagram post that very prominently featured the SE with a maple neck, not to mention actually playing it on the song Changing, which of course tons of people videoed and put online, so you can see it in action. You can hear it in action. If you were at the show, let me know. One of the shows that he's used this guitar. It's really cool. It's exciting. The Silver Sky world continues to expand. We expected this. I expected this. People were asking, why didn't you release a maple neck version initially with the Silver Sky SE? It's because they can continue the hype. They weren't ready. Now they're ready. It's been ready for a while, I suspect, as we've seen through some of the video that Paul Reed Smith has released themselves. And we're ready for it. I hope to get my hands on one and try it out. The original SE Silver Sky I played, I loved it. It was great. Really, really, really surprised me how much I liked it compared to my Silver Sky. I mean, it really sounded great. It felt great. Different guitar, no doubt, but a smashing success on both fronts with the core model as well as the SE. So that's it. I would love to hear if you are excited about the maple neck Silver Sky. What other version do you want to see? What colors do you want to see? Do you think we need a left-handed version? I don't know. Very interesting to think about those things, and I want to know what you think as well. We'll see you in the next one.